Right. Sorry about that. So, good morning, everyone. Okay. It is a pleasure to be here today and share something to my view a bit more, valuable to all of you. Okay. This is the first time in Cheingmai that we do something like this, so it, might be a bit of hiccup at the start. Right. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. No, I just try to look at you, and I just noticed that some of you have already attended my course at Iran Resort, but the rest of you are completely new to me. I'm new to you, and you're new to me. Okay. So I just believe that you'll be here because you have some interest in the meditation, okay, in the basic understanding of Buddhism. So today I'm going to just offer you the really basic, the whole perspective, of Buddhism, what it's all about, and try to give you the key points, okay, especially the practice that you can take home, and then hopefully to make your life a bit more different. Okay. Would you like to sit in the front? Sit in the front here. Yes, please. Just sit in the front. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So.
Yeah, say that.
Oh, what's happening? Pick up. Suppose if you go into a spiritual fair, I just carry on. Okay. What kind of cue that you would like to cue up? You like to know about your past life, you know about your future, or you like to know about your present? Obviously, I mean, the past life and the future is a very popular cue, isn't it? But there is no one cue up for knowing the present moment. Well, if you want to know about your past life or your future, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed today, because what I'm going to share with you is all about our present. Okay, so this is something that I like to let you know. I like this picture. Mark Twain is not that long, the American author. He said that there are two most important days of our life: the day that we are born and the day that we know why we are here. I'm sure that all of us all know that the first day of our life, but the second day, the second important day, would you like to raise your hand and then, answer that? I know exactly why I'm here. I don't talk about why I'm here in this room in Cheingmai. Why you're here on this planet. It's not a very easy question to answer, is it? Okay, so let's have a look. Is there anyone never faced anything like that? You could, be sitting in your very comfortable armchair, okay? Physically, you're very comfy, but mentally, okay, your mind can be running, let's say, a few thousand miles per hour, and you are unable to stop. So I would like to introduce my new innovation of presenting Buddhism. Okay, this very simple bottle of water. This will represent your life form. Okay, this represents your life form. So I'm sure that you all know that you have a body, you have the mind, and then you have the spirit, right? Body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so this whole thing, sometimes you call mind. So, but I like to separate, your inner nature, make it very clear to you. And body, mind, and spirit is seem to really fit in with this prop, okay? Body, mind, and spirit. Later on, I'm going to say body, mind, and consciousness really is the same thing, okay? So basically, when you're sitting in your very comfortable armchair, okay, your mind can be running at about 1,000 miles per hour, okay, unable to stop. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. If there is any switch, like you can switch off the light, I'm sure that technology will be so popular. Everyone would want it to keep it, with you. Whenever you cannot stop, your thought, you can just, press on the switch and then your thought will be stopped. But anyway, this is something that every one of us all been through. Okay, sitting in a chair and then thinking this and thinking that. Especially the what if. What if I wish I could, okay? Or something, what should we call it? I wish I could do something, or this thing. Go through your mind at the rate of quite scary. And sometimes you even think that, oh my God, if I could not stop my thought right now, I could go crazy. I could have a breakdown. Okay, so sometimes it's quite scary. So familiar? Have you have any idea how much time you have spent to exhaust your brain with such thinking? So this is something that I like you to just, look into your life, whether this is something happened to you or not. And this is also the word, the discourse of the Buddha. Parting from someone or something we love is suffering. Do you agree with that? Parting from someone or something we love is suffering. Equally, being with someone or something we hate is equally suffering. Is there anyone who wants to dispute that? No, it's not true. Isn't it? It's true to the core, isn't it? Parting from someone, something. Okay, so this is something that I'd like you to just reflect and see whether you agree with that. I totally agree. Is there anyone who want to say you don't agree? No? You can raise your hand, okay? Right. This is some of the questions that I have bumped into a lot of people who ask this kind of question. Who am I? Okay, why I'm here? Who sent me here? Now that I'm here, what is the purpose of all these things? What is the meaning of life? What do I supposed to do? A lot of people, they don't really know. All they know is that all my life, okay, I'm so good at, earning money. Until it could be 40, 50, 60 years gone by. You look back at your life, all I know is about earning money. And then I might exit this earth, quite soon. I don't know when. But all I know is about earning money. I don't know anything else more than this. What is all these things all about? What is the purpose of life? Okay? So this is something that I'm sure that a lot of people ask, but whether you have the answer or not is totally another story. Another story. Okay? And then this is another one that I'd like you to look at. Whether you like it or not, okay, I'm sure that we all signed up for the Banji life, G for good. Okay, before you were born, if you remember anything, okay, I'm going into this earth, I want to have a Banji life. I want to have, the good birth, good childhood, good education, good job, good money, good sex, good marriage, good family, good friend, good holiday. Good health is very important. Good pension, even having good death. Good death is you go to bed, okay, and you never wake up again. Have a really nice sleep. We all want this Banji life, don't we? Okay, we all want Banji life. The good funeral have nothing to do with us because we already gone. Okay. But in reality, even though you signed up for the Band G life, in reality, life could offer you the Band B against your will. Okay, so let's have a look of the Band B life. What is it? Anger. Okay, so come back to this bottle again. You got your body, you got your mind, you got your spirit, or your mind, your consciousness. Mind, the meaning of the mind, I would represent your thoughts and your feelings. Okay, thought and feelings. So when you have anger, it's very much like your mind. Okay, your mind, your consciousness is in the state of eruption. It's just like the kettle in the water in the kettle, you know, boiling, and you need to explode. Need to explode is mean that you need to react of what the emotion is really, really, you know, pent up emotion that you are having at that moment. And do you know that when you have anger, when you're in this state of mind, you cannot understand reason. You cannot understand that I'm not supposed to say this, I don't supposed to act this. But people who are in this state of mind, really full-blown anger, all the reasons are thrown out of the window. They all think that everyone is wrong. I'm right because you make me angry. Okay? And that I have the right to say this to you, I have the right to do this to you, even killing someone. Okay? In this kind of moment, they thought that it is justified that I can hurt you, I can kill you, I can do anything because you make me angry. Okay? You just want to do anything, just pacify your mind. Get the anger away. Get the anger away. Okay? And then off you go. You did all the things that can pacify yourself, okay? But the anger feeling like this, it won't stay long. It could last only about 3, 4, 5 minutes, but the harm already done. And then you cannot turn the clock back, okay? But one thing that you must realize is that this person with the full-blown anger and this person, okay, who is already sober, are totally two different persons. They are not the same one anymore. And this person, okay, who is already sober, cannot even understand that, cannot understand this person, even though in the same person, okay? So when he or she is sober, he or she cannot understand, oh my God, how could I say that to you? How could I do this to you? Okay? And sometimes harm already done, you already killed someone. I think about 3 weeks ago in Thailand, there was a son, okay, who is so angry at his life. So therefore he angry at his father who brought him to this earth. Okay? It's your fault. Give birth to me. Okay? And he was really, I don't know what kind of reason, I just saw, you know, in the news. So he used the, what is it, mokana? The helmet. The helmet, you know, beat his father. So his father literally, you know, bowed down and then, you know, bowed down to his son, just tried to calm him down. You see this kind of action, when you were sober, you could not understand that, how on earth would I do that to my father? But this kind of example, this kind of incident is all over the world, okay? It's all over the world. So this is one thing that I'd like to show you, the Band B life. And then suicide, okay, the mind of the people nowadays, not only, you know, youngster, even adult, are so fragile, okay? Very fragile. Whenever you are hurt, you know, with something for whatever reason, it looks like that suicide is one of the easy options that you just want to take. Do you know that the rate of suicide is hitting the roof now? People who kill themselves, the rate of people who kill themselves is more than people who've been killed in the war, in the crime. rate of suicide recently. Okay, I like people to look like this. If you look at the whole society in the world, you know, as a person, okay, the rate of suicide, you know, that hit the roof like this is the symptom that show that this person is in the state of a coma. So it means that our entire global society in deep water, judging from the symptom, the rate of suicide nowadays. So I just like you to bear in mind. Another, of Bambi life is that, does this make you, you know, having mental pain? If it's not alcoholism, it could be gambling, or it could be a woman, okay? If a man, you know, hugging a bottle like this, if you have a strong woman by your side, okay, and if you happen to have family as well, have children, you can still hold a family together, okay, if you have a strong woman. But if a woman, you know, hugging bottle like this, there is no family left. Because a man needs a woman, your children also need a mommy. So therefore, I like always say that, you know, if you're a woman, you cannot collapse. Especially if you have children, have family, you cannot collapse because you are the one who got to hold the family together. They need you, okay? So this is another Bambi life that we see everywhere, okay? And something like this, does it give you mental pain, okay? We like to say that, okay, I've got family, you know, and my children already get married, have their own family, I can relax now. Something like this, you think you can relax? Okay? The problem seems to extend, isn't it? The pain seems to extend. And then this 1 minute, you know, you can moan about the mundane, the boredom, okay, in everyday life, okay? And sometimes you need only just one phone call. One phone call from someone, hello, I'm the policeman, I'm in the accident scene. I got this phone, okay, from the driver of this car. Is really badly hurt. You see that? 1 minute, you know, you are so discontent with your life. I don't like this, I don't like this. It's boredom, it's boring, all these things, you know. And then next minute, your life can turn upside down just after one phone call. And the term normality can be just disappeared from the dictionary of your entire life. Okay? It could be you, it could be your loved one, okay, who got to bed bound, wheelchair bound, and you got to spend all your life, you know, looking after someone. Okay. To say this, it just try to let you, you know, look a bit, have a clearer perspective that life is not always like what we wish for. Okay. So contentment is one of the factors that can give you your inner peace, I suppose. Okay. So I think this picture explains it all. If you happen to be this person, okay, who do everything right by the book, okay, one thing you don't do is suck up to your boss. But the one who suck up to your boss, you know, they go, you know, they got the rest, they got everything, whereas you just stay there. Got no promotion, no nothing. If you don't feel anything at all, you've got to be a saint, and you don't need to sit here really. Okay? Normally you've got to be so angry, so whatever. Okay? And this is about working all hours, never seeing your family. Okay? You see, if you have a family, if any of your loved one, you know, something happened to them, you're in pieces, you're in pain. With this picture, I like to explain like this. You could be someone that people look at you with envy because you're so perfect. Okay, you look good, you know, you have good family, you have good job, good money, everything externally looks so perfect until everyone look at you with envy. But only you know that. Oh my God, what happened to me? Why I feel so restless in here. No one know about it because we all got to, put up the brave face, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. And you, all these things, the empty question with the empty answer, or we never express a real feeling. So people may look at you with envy, but only you know that I still don't know what I want. I just know that I've got this massive void in my heart. Nothing seems to, to be able to fill this void. I'm not content with anything. When I look around, yeah, I got a big house, I got my car, I got a good wife, good husband, good children. I got everything I could wish for. What else do I want? You're screaming, what else do I want? Okay? It's very difficult to ask just the right question. Okay? Not to mention the right answer. Okay? So, this is something that happens to a lot of people. And then they don't know exactly what happened to them. And this could lead to the depression. The depression. Because when you carry on like this, and confusion as well. So when you go to see doctor say that, okay, you are this and you are that, you're depressed. And the doctor, I don't know about you, as Thailand. I know that the doctor in England, the GP have only 3 minutes for every patient. In Thailand, maybe we got 10 minutes or not. 3 minutes for each patient, but your problem, it could take about 6 months to tell them, okay, have you got 2 hours for me? No, 3 minutes. So what the 3 minutes can do for you? So the doctor, of course, okay, you're depressed, you're having a breakdown, whatsoever. Here, prescription. You can sleep better with this medication, that kind of thing. That's all they can do for you, right? Okay. So that's why all these antidepressant pill, it just hit the roof, the cell, it just tremendous. Okay. There are some individuals who are really, angry with the whole world, angry with the unjust, with the no justice in this world, the gap between the rich and the poor, all these things, and they cannot understand what's going on, so they may grab, whatever, and then kill people in random, as we all heard before. Parting from someone we love is suffering, right? Parting from someone we love is suffering. There is no rule, and there is no one tell you that the old people have to go before the little one. Okay? There is no rule like that. So whenever the death is jumping the queue, the little one, okay, go before the old people. You know that the pain is just undescribable. Undescribable. So if you're in the family that the parting, okay, the passing away, according to the queue, the old people go first, and then, accordingly. You got to look at it as normality. This is nature. Okay? The pain will come when the little one go before you. Okay? This is the last one. The last picture of the Bambi life that I like to talk about. This picture I like to depict the state of lost. It's not about physical loss when you lost in the jungle, to in Cheingmai, to Cheingmai, go trekking in the forest, in the mountain, and then you got lost from your party by yourself. Well, whenever you got this GPS phone with you, they will find you eventually. Just keep on walking, you get out. But this profound kind of loss is about the spiritual lost. You feel so lost while you are among the crowd. You could be in a shopping mall, you could be in your own party, you could be in wherever, okay, surrounded with people. But for some reason, you just cannot connect with those people. Whatever they say, that is just not me. And whatever you say, they just talk over you. They got no interest in what you say, okay? And sometimes you might come out, and say something. Do you ever think about what is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? Okay? And everyone may look at you. Are you crazy? Why you are so serious? Come on, let's go have a drink. Let's go find somewhere to eat, and then you forget all these serious questions. In fact, you're asking the right question, but you are being looked at as being too serious, crazy, bala. Are you crazy? Can you see that? This is about no connection. This is about feeling lost internally. Even though you are among your loved ones, your friends, you just cannot communicate with them. And this is a very profound kind of lost. Okay? Right. So, all these pictures that I show you, I'm going to ask you a question now. Is there anyone in here who would like to raise your hand and say that, I never had any of this problem at all. I'm fine. Is there anyone who would like to raise your hand and say that I'm fine? Really, I have no problem. Because if you have none of this problem, there is no need for you to sit here. I don't chase you, but this is it. You might have something better to do. Okay? Is there anyone? No? Okay. Right. If you don't raise your hand, okay, it means that you admit that you are here at position B, A, okay? It means that you have stress, you have worry, you have anxiety, restlessness, loneliness, fear, anger, envy, whatever these are, okay? Whatever vocabulary that I use, it doesn't matter. I like to point to the state of your mind, spirit, or your mind consciousness being in the state of losing control. Boom, boom, boom. I would just use the term boom, 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 losing control. Okay? And the reason that you don't raise your hand, the reason whether you don't raise your hand when I ask you about this question, you know why? Because I have been talking about the first noble truth. You know about the enlightenment of the Buddha? Upon the enlightenment of the Buddha have found out how many universal truths? How many, you know, Scott? No idea. Upon the enlightenment, the Buddha have found out 4 universal truths, which they call the 4 noble truths. It means that the truth that no one can object it because it's just so true, so real. So this is the reason why you do not raise your hand, because you agree that it is true, right? The first noble truth of suffering. So suffering in here, you know, to the Western people like my husband, when I said suffering is always go to India, go to Calcutta, go to poverty. I said, no, it's not about poverty. It's about this. All this is so summed up to this. Parting from someone or something we love is suffering, right? Or being with someone or something we hate is equally suffering. Is there any dispute? So all those illustrations is all about trying to make you, condition you to accept that you have suffering, right? So everyone agree you have suffering? In this sense, I don't talk about poverty, okay? I don't talk of, I mean, these two sentences really sum up, you know, the nature of suffering so well. And this, the Buddha talked about this 2,600 years ago. And it is still so true to the ground, okay, even now. So, no objection, right? Right, good. We can carry on. It means that we are staying here at position A, where we have suffering, mental suffering, okay? Or losing control of our mind consciousness. And then, this is the part of the good news now. On the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha have found a state of mind. The Buddha have found a state of mind that is totally opposite to this one. This is position A. Upon the night of the enlightenment, the Buddha have found position B, which is everything that is opposite from position A. So position A is what? Losing control. Position A is in control. In control of our mind consciousness. Okay, totally opposite. So upon his enlightenment, the Buddha knew exactly, said, this is it. This is the exact thing that all human beings want to have, want to achieve. Okay? So what we all like to have is our inner peace. We want the peace, we want the calm, we want the mental stability, the mental tranquility, you know, the confidence, or basically, I love this terminology, in control. Because losing control is quite scary, isn't it? Can be quite scary. Okay? Can be quite scary. So you just want to be in control of your mind. So position B, we got the Four Noble Truths, the Four Universal Truths. It means that no matter who you are, what religion you belong to, it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. Because this is the universal truth that applies to every single human being. Okay? We all have the mental pain. So can you guess that the other three noble truths, B, belong to what noble truth? 2, 3, 4. The Thai people? Number 3. You're right, spot on. Number 3, the word is called Nirodha. Nirodha is the end of suffering. So the first noble truth is suffering. The third noble truth is totally opposite from suffering, which is the end of suffering, which can offer you the inner peace, the calm, all these things. Okay, so this is the third noble truth. So upon finding this, the Buddha could offer us how to go from A to B. Okay, how to go from A to B. So first of all, what you need to do is that observe the moral precept. The moral precept is nothing more than trying to do everything that your conscience said that is good. Just do it. Anything that your conscience said bad, just don't do it. Okay, just make it easy that way. Okay, observe the moral code so that you can reduce a bit of all this upheaval halfway. Okay, but being a good person, it doesn't help you to be a peaceful person. It doesn't help you to really find that inner peace. You know, there is one really good story. Not story, it's a real story. It's happened in England. A girl of 12 years old. Okay, a girl of 12 years old. When she went to school, she's being abused, really. Okay, being called names with 5 words. 5 words. You are fat and ugly. You're fat and ugly. You're fat and ugly. Every day that this girl went to school, you're fat and ugly, fat and ugly. So one day she came home, and what happened? Went into her bedroom. The mommy called her to come out, have something to eat, and it's all dead silence. What happened? So mommy went into the bedroom, okay, and found her daughter hung herself, killed herself. She left a note saying that, Mommy, I'm so sorry that I had to do this to you, but I cannot take my life anymore. And I kill myself because of 5 words. You are fat and ugly. You see that? 5 words can make a girl top herself. But what is more poignant is that when the press came to interview the parents, your daughter is only 12 years old. Why she killed herself? Tell us the story. And you know what the mom said? She said that, one of the part anyway, she said that, do you know that how kind my daughter is? My daughter is naturally kind and passionate toward everything, especially animal. She said that when she was 5 or 6 years old, you know, when I took her to school, okay, walking along the pavement, she saw all these ants, you know, worms, slugs, snail, all these things walking. She would try to avoid her best. While other children, they didn't really care, you know, step on the little ants. My daughter didn't do that. And then when she see the worm and the snail, she would pick it up and then put them aside just to make sure that no one would tread onto all these little animals. She's so kind and passionate. Can you tell me, can you answer me, explain to me that why my daughter who is so kind have to kill herself with just 5 words? You are fat and ugly. Have you got any language, any sentence that you think that you can console this mother of this girl? Is there anyone who can come up with anything? I can't even think of any. I got 3 sons. I know how painful it is. Okay. But this story, the whole point is that being a good person, a morally good person, is just not enough to make you totally happy and living in peace. Is it true? Okay? Being a good person, it doesn't mean that you got to be a doormat. People who is a doormat is so unhappy. See? That's why you need something else to make you have your mental strength. This is something that the Buddha offered to us. So, the 4th noble truth, the noble eightfold path. Okay? The noble eightfold path, which is the 4th noble truth. The Buddha not just tell us that, look, there is something that is so great that everyone should go there. Okay? Go to a state of mind that you can, you know, be totally in control of your mind consciousness. He didn't just leave it there. He go more than that. He gave us the means to the end. He helped us to go from A to B, okay, which is the noble eightfold path. The path, okay? So, if you want to, so it means that there are 8 items that you need to do, starting from the right view. The right view, right speech, right action, right this and right that, okay? And then if you want to regroup, we're going to have 3 groups. So 8 items, okay, reduced into 3 groups, which are, first of all, the wisdom. Wisdom, for everyone to know that the reason that you're placed here on earth is for you to find your way, okay, that you can reach this state of your inner peace for good. That you can live in peace for good, let's say it that way. That is the wisdom that everyone must know, okay? Or to be in control of your mind consciousness. And how to reach that? You've got to practice the moral precept, but the moral precept alone cannot help you to be in control of your mind or live in peace forever, okay? What you need to do next is to practice the mindfulness meditation, or we call Vipassana. Have you heard of Vipassana? Never heard of. This must be totally new to you, stuff, right? Okay, good. Okay, you follow so far? Okay, right. So the 4 foundation of mindfulness, or Vipassana, is, okay, the 4th noble truth. So this simple illustration, we got 3 out of 4 noble truths. Okay? Can you run through again with me? A is what number of the noble truth? Number what? Number 1, suffering, right? B is number 3, the end of suffering. And the mindfulness of vipassana is the 4th noble truth. Okay. However, even the Thai people, okay, even the Thai Buddhists, when they heard of the word vipassana, okay, they still think that, oh God, this is nothing to do with me. I don't have the broken heart. You know, I'm not a monk, I'm not a nun, you know. Vipassana is for people who have really serious, you know, mental problem, or it's only for monks or for, you know, troubled people. Not for me. So, I'm trying to help you to understand why you need to learn Vipassana. Okay? Why you need to learn Vipassana. So I'm going to give you three analogy, okay? Help you to understand why you need to do Vipassana. So come back to my prop again. Vipassana, I will give the analogy as bring your mental self back home. Okay? Bring your mental self back home. So look at this. Look at this. This is your life form. You got the physical body, okay, who is handsome and beautiful. Okay? You got the physical body, and then you got the mind. Mind is your thought and feelings. Okay? And then this red part, you got the consciousness. This consciousness, or sometimes you call your soul, your spirit, your consciousness, is all the same thing. Okay? So, come to the analogy, this consciousness, from now on, I would give a character to it by calling this your mental self. Okay? So it means that you got the physical self, and then you got the mental self. Okay? Is that clear? And then this is your thought and your feelings. Thought and feelings are the carrier of all your problems. Okay? Suppose you walk into the workplace and then you see your colleagues, 2 of them, at the corner of the room. As soon as you walk into the room, they saw you, and then straight away they talk. They look at you and they smile and they talk, straight away. Would your mind stay calm, or would your mind have this boom, boom, boom? You would have the boom, 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 right? If you stay calm, you don't need to be here. Okay? It's quite naturally that when you see something like that, some negative energy, you know, you got to experience some really bad vibe. Okay, they gossip about me. So you have this boom, boom, boom. Okay? So from that perception of that incident, straight away, it turned into the boom, boom, boom in your mind consciousness, right? So here, this part is your thought and feelings are the carrier of the problem that you saw out here, right? Straight away, it turned into your thought and feeling, which later on I will call Jerry. Wait for a bit, okay? So this thing would hit your mental self and turn into a state like this, okay? State like this. So I would just round up and say that your mental self is being lost in your mental jungle. This mental jungle is made up of your daily life problem. From stress, worry, anxiety, you know, anger, envy, confusion, fear, losing confidence or whatever. This represented by the water here, your thought and feeling. So all these problems hit your mental self, this red part, and turn into this state that I would call boom, 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 boom. Okay? In different degree. In different degree, you got stress, you got worry, you got anxiety, you got depression, a bit more. You got breakdown, you suicidal, boom, 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 boom. Okay? Losing control, losing control. So, I would say that your mental self is being lost in your mental jungle, unable to come home. You cannot find your way home. You are lost in your mental jungle, your problem. Okay, your boom, boom, boom. So, what is Vipassana? Vipassana is nothing more than the Buddha trying to bring a mental self or our lost soul safely home. Can you understand that? Okay, does it make sense to you? Does it make sense to you? Okay? Okay? Because your soul has been lost. So Vipassana is nothing more than bring your mental self or bring your lost soul back home. Back home. So this is the first analogy. I hope it makes sense to you. But if you cannot understand yet, I give you another analogy. Okay? The second analogy is that Vipassana or mindfulness meditation is nothing more than medication. It's nothing more than medication. Okay, so the red part is your mental self. This water, your problem, is nothing more than the viruses, the bacteria that is eating your inner self or mental self up. You see that? Eating your mental self up. Give you the mental pain. Give you the mental pain. Give you the mental pain. So therefore, Vipassana is nothing more than, okay, the medication that the Buddha have offered us. But which self need to take this medication? Your physical self or your mental self? Your mental self, right? Because the part that is being eaten up is your inner self. So if you don't know your inner self, your mental self, can you solve the problem? Can you take this medication? Because both the person who takes the medication and the medication itself are formless in the energy form. That's why you need a guide. Thirdly, suppose if you still don't understand the second analogy, I still have another one in store for you. If you don't understand this last one, I'm going to go home. Okay. Right. This one, it might, men might like this. Right. You are at position A, okay, where you have stress, got the boom, 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 losing control, okay. And then you heard people talking about a place that is so placid, so beautiful, so awesome. When you can get to this place, you can have the eternal life, you can live in peace forever and ever, all these things. And then you just want to go because you're in peace, you also have seen so much, pain, and then you just want to leave all the pain behind and find some inner peace. Okay, but how are you going to go from A to B? The Buddha gave us a car. It's not a Mercedes, not a Toyota. It's not a material car. It's an invisible car, okay? Made of energy, whatever. And this car is called Vipassana, or bring your mental self back home. Who is the one got to drive this car? Your physical body drive Toyota, Mercedes, BMW, whatever, okay? But your mental self got to drive this car called Vipassana, okay? So basically today, I'm here today to help you to be your driving instructor. You're going to sit by my side. I'm going to give you some driving lesson for this invisible car. Are you all ready? Okay, to drive this car. Huh? You got to be ready. Okay. So that's why I try to tell you why you need to drive this car, why you need to come home, why you need to take the medication. No matter what analogy I give you, they all come down to one cause. And that cause is that we are losing control of our mind consciousness because we got the mental pain. Okay? We got the mental pain. So, shall we start then? Are you ready? to start. Would you like to take a little break? No? Yeah, take a little break and then you can go to toilet and then grab a little drink. 10 minutes, is that okay? 10 minutes and then come back. We're going to sit for quite a while now.